Disclosure. Before you partake any of this show the wrong way, just know that these are my thoughts of my journey and my conversations with our good Lord. So if you really have any harsh issues, please address them to the big man upstairs. Other than that, stay blessed. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. This is Adi Stale from the Adi Stale Junior Show. Like I mentioned in the first episode, I'm going to be doing a lot of projects. This one here in particular is very close to me because it's a very dear friend who became a brother to me. So yes, it's going to be some definitely laughs. It's definitely going to be emotional. It's going to be touching. It's going to be, it might touch, might cross some lines, but once you get to meet him and understand the whole, scenario, man, you'll see what I see every time I seen somebody who comes across him and who hasn't seen him from anywhere from a week to shoot. I've known him for 10 plus years, and so in 13 years. And so I'm excited for this project here in particular. It's one of the first ones. Like I said, it's going to be coming out in episode 3 or 4. I don't know which one yet. It just depends on how fast we get this project going. Again, this is all new, and so as much as we get to roll, but I'm so happy he's understanding. We're gonna go do a few takes off of this, different places, different, and so I'm really excited about this, and I really want him because his journey is definitely what I've always told him from the get go. Even before even before this chapter in my life, I've always told him, man, you've always been your testimony, bro, and he inspires me. And a little bit of the reason why I tell you how what we got to meet him, and then and how I got to meet him and how he came in my life. Because he's definitely a blessing. And so and then I'll introduce him, and then he'll come on, and then we'll go over some questions. And the main reason for this project I want, man, is to just to shine some more light and help him out, and just be there for him, and help him grow, man. He has some projects that he wants to do. This project itself is called the Mendoza, Just Another American Dream, and you'll see what I'm talking about, man. Because this kid, I say kids because he's definitely some years younger than me, but he's like a little brother to me. You know what I'm saying? And so, and so it all started from Pro Image, which is a spot I worked. It was during the pre Seahawks days, pre Super Bowl Seahawks days, right before I was working there. And he was a customer who kind of was literally, had a little limp to him, and he had definitely a speech, epitome. I don't know if I said that right, because shit, I even got one. But he was different. He was a different kind of customer. He talked about sports. He mentioned he played soccer. He loved soccer, but and so he was just another customer. Don't get me wrong. And so, but there was something different about him. The fact that that didn't really make him just another customer. I should say. It was, you really couldn't, between the small conversations we had, you really couldn't get too much, but it was his eyes, the fact that he couldn't talk too much, but it was his eyes, it was definitely more that he wanted to say. So, pretty much year goes long, and then I go to Texas, live there for a little bit, come back, and come to find out he started working there. His walk was a lot better. His talk was a lot better, and so pretty much right there and on, man, it was kind of like a little bro thing, because I showed him about work. He showed me about life, about pretty much this beginning of friendship, brotherhood that we got, man. The fact that his trials and tribulations, even right there and then, was amazing to me, and even since then, there's been some more, and so to the point where, like I said, this needed to be done. There's been some videos on him. There's been some interviews here and there, but it really only gave a real small glimpse of what I felt who he is. And so I felt like this is going to definitely, help, because it's going to help find him who he really is, which he kind of does knows he's on the right direction. But I think with this, it's kind of a lot of self-reflection. And so I think it's going to be, very helpful. I'm very blessed. I know it's going to be. And so I'm really excited for this. So back to on how I met him. And so, year of working with him, he's, learning and talking. I come to find out that learning, working with him and talking to him, he had a heat stroke uh, during a soccer practice, and he could definitely clear out any misunderstandings that I have here, because it's been a while that he originally told me the whole story. And so he woke up, and when he came to, he didn't know how to walk, didn't know how to talk, and the closest thing they actually were relating it to was MS. And to this day, my understanding is that they've never gotten the right, so shit, it's the Mendoza shit, right? That's what I told him. That's how special he is, you know what I'm saying? And so I feel, that that's part of his story, and that's who he is. So yeah, he learned how to walk and learned how to talk again, and to this point where I still ask him, hey man, are you still doing physical therapy? And he's like, no. I was like, hey, you're always going to have to get better. And so he's done, man. He's always doing some kind of exercise, man, to walk into his house, to the local Fred Meyers, to hit in the gym and whatnot. But he's a very big inspiration on that part for me. So I know I definitely got to go. And I'll definitely talk about that in my second episode about being accountable. Um, so yeah, over the time of Pro Image, we really, really clicked, because the whole scenario, that whole year, that's when Seahawks was hitting the Super Bowl. So we were like the top dogs. So it was really fun working there, man. It was like a whole sports bar thing. And then learning about Mendoza's story, his situation. Like I said, he woke up, and then he came to, and he'd have to deal with that. So he had to learn walking and talking and stuff like that. Then, what, a couple years later, is it two years later, man, a very, very touching thing happened to his family, where he loses his younger brother on a car accident, man. That of course, he'll have more details about that, but my understanding, man, was offense. Of course, he knows that, man, being silly at the wheel, man, not respecting the road, not what I'm saying? Not just, with friends and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Like I tell my 18-year-old, man, you put yourself in that, he's going to be 18. You put yourself in those predicaments, shit happens, man. And so he's an angel, man. And that's why I tell him, man, he's not gone. He's still here. He's here by either a friend, a uncle, a dog, somebody who's always gives him this positive life that he's always been. And so that's why I tell him, and that's why I feel, man. And so that happened to him, man. And this is all before I got to meet him. So he was still upbeat, you know what I'm saying? And through all this, man, and don't get me wrong, he has his dark days, you know what I'm saying? He's definitely human. He's definitely flesh. And he's dealing with what he's dealing with, man. But he's growing older, man. He's getting wise, and he's following the light. And I'm so excited for his next chapter in life, man. And that's why I feel like this is kind of like a turning point, man. And I really hope it is, because he deserves it, man. And so let's get this going. And so, yeah, that happened to him, man. And so that was, crazy. How can you get, come back with that? It still affects him, man. You ever heard of those, when you do a ripple effect, something happens and it comes down, down the road. To this day, man, I see things that he deals with, at his casa that he shouldn't, man, that his mama has to deal with, but that's her battle, and that's what I'm saying, and that's too much information, but he'll definitely talk about that, because that's part of him, man. But that's what I've always told him, man. The fact that you realize and you see yourself, man, that's how you grow. Reflection, and he has, and so he's learned through that, man. He's dealing with, he always has been positive on that. And then about how many years, 6 years ago, man, I'm telling you, he is Tyson, man, in this testimony of journey, man. His dad, hardworking man, really respect. I met him. He drank, a couple of Modelo's with him, man, and so he's a man with houses and businesses in different countries, and he's very man that I respect and look up to, man. He's a really smart man. And so he was hard work up how many 6 feet, bro. That's it's falling through some building, part of the roof. I mean, he'll talk about it more, of course. But the fact that he lands and he's brain damaged, I mean, to the point where he was in a coma, I think, or something like that. He'll talk about it more. And so once I introduce him, he'll we'll go over questions and then talk a little bit more on what we just talked about. And so, but the fact that he was almost pronounced dead, and so he had to be dealing with that, the family issue, and this and that, and thank God, prayers. Honestly, man, I was praying him from day one. He even apologized sometimes. Hey, man, sorry I wasn't around. I was like, bro, man, that's what brothers do. Sometimes friends do. Best friends do. That's what friends give. Brothers, friendships. That's what the circle does of what we have. You know what I'm saying? No matter what, if we don't talk for a few days, we don't talk for a year. You know what I'm saying? We're still brothers. We're still sisters. We're still friends. We're still in the universe. We just have a different communication with him sometimes. You know what I'm saying? So that's my belief, man, and that's why I've always tell him, man, no worries, man. Man, if we don't talk for a couple of weeks, so and so and so, if it's something that I did though, let me know so that way I can change myself or change whatever I need to do or be better as a friend or a brother or whatever. And so and he has done that and we have done that, and that's the reason why we've grown in the last 13 years, man. So like I said, he's dealt with that, man. He's dealt with personal growth between his personal stuff a little bit more. I'll let him talk about his love life. He's been, challenging, questioning, man. But I told him, man, hey, man, I was 34, and it took me a while to see if who she is and da da da, and waiting for him, questioning him, and yada yada. And I wasn't looking for her, and she came to my life, and it just happens like that. So I told him, man, it's not going to be on your time, man. God's going to deliver when you're ready, when He knows you're ready. You know what I'm saying? And I was ready for my lightning in a bottle, and he definitely needs a lightning in a bottle to handle his ass. But he knows what I'm talking about. All love. And so let's see. But no, he also, he also has a big dream. This is the main reason why I call it just another American dream, because he does want that white picket fence. He wants his kids and stuff like that. But he also wants that college experience, man. What his drive to get back into college, to keep on doing community college, trying over and over, and to be honest with you, man, and I'd be real, and I've told him right here, and I'm gonna tell him again, man, you're the only one that's stopping yourself, man. He's he falls off here and there, distractions here and there, and stuff like that. And so, but this is part of the reason why I'm doing this. I want him to, so that he could get that fire in his ass and really finish. Because, man, if anybody who deserves a degree, it's this fool, man. He's my. I'm an old school guy, so to me, he's like that, movie Rudy. Other than I don't think the motherfucker gonna play, but if he does play fucking sports, goddamn, I'll bring it on to him, you know what I'm saying? He can make it happen, you know what I'm saying? But you know what I'm saying? Something, or soccer, or a goalie or something, brother. But I believe, you know what I'm saying? But he deserves that college experience, man. But he needs to work at it, and he needs to, put himself into it. Like I always said, mind, body, and soul. And you have to grow within, and it starts within. And he's on that right track, though. That's why I'm very excited to do this project with him. I'm really excited to see this chapter in him. I'm really excited to see that it's grow with him. He just told me he just came back from a Bible study, man. I've never thought I heard and here he is talking about Proverbs, and I love that book too. And we're just talking about it, man. And so it's always good, man. This wasn't supposed to happen, man. We were supposed to do this maybe a couple weeks down, but when he says do it, we do it. You know what I'm saying? He left his drink here earlier, and he came back to spot it up, and I was like, hey, man, you got some time? He goes, man, hey, let's do it, man, let's do it. Good time, God time, ain't time. And so, man, I think that's the best time to introduce him. I'm gonna go ahead and take a quick short water break and get him all set up, and see if the camera's working or rolling. And yeah, again, this is all on the YouTube channel of the Eddy Jr. Show. Friday, 7 o'clock is the main episode dropouts. These projects are going to be, included with those episodes as well. Again, this is the Mendoza Just American Dream project. I hope you guys continue on and share and like. Hey guys, welcome back. Again, Eddy from the Eddy Jr. Show. I have my friend, my brother, my first guest, Eduardo Mendoza, aka Eddy. I call him Mendoza. We call each other, if we're any bigger, we'll be my bigger. Yeah, if you've seen that movie, you know Coach what I'm Carter. Talking about. Yeah. And so, but yeah, no, Mendoza, thank you, sir. Thank you for coming out, brother. Thank you for being humbled enough to be one, my friend and brother that, like I said, man, you've always been an inspiration in my life. And so it's you said thank you. You come to me a lot of times to say, hey man, thank you for that. I was like, man, honestly, I don't tell you enough. Thank you. So like I said, thank you. And so especially doing this, man, I really, honestly, man, I really hope this is the best for you. Yeah. I really, this is all in good nature, this is all I want to do for you, man, is to help you, guide you, and direct you, and not me guide you, him guide you, and you're doing the right job of what you're doing, these steps. And like I just said, this proverb thing, you talking about that, and you coming back from that. That's I love hearing about that. But yeah, you're here. You heard my little intro, what I was doing. You told me how you showed. I told you how blunt I was going to be, and you heard what I was going to talk about a little bit. And like I said, man, and we talked a little bit about it. Yes, you're cool, cuz what I'm saying. This is not PG-13. It's going to be raw. It's going to be funny. It's going to be crazy. It's going to be it's going to be shitty. Literally shitty. And that's definitely one of those stories that you guys will know what I'm talking about, where it's we're gonna have maybe we've talked a little bit about it, where down the line my episodes we'll have him come in weekly maybe, and if we get this going, have it what I want to call, I think, a Mendoza moment. And I got a few of those in my stories, and I know you guys, whoever does know this character, I know you guys do too. But no, like I said, man, I want you to feel 100% comfortable enough where if you're done, you're done. And like I said, this is just going to be in takes anyways. So this is a lot. We got to talk about it later and yada yada. Man, it's open book. You know what I'm saying? We're trying it out, man. This is all new stuff for me. But I know this is what I've always felt like I've been part of calling, because I know you've got some projects that you want to talk about that I know that if I ever get blessed, I've told you directly, man, I would love to help you, get those projects going, because it's, especially, with your brother, Yeah. And so, but no, man, can you, go over about what I just kind of, talked about? I kind of went over your life a little bit, but I know you could definitely give more into it and more insight, of course, being it's your life. But if you don't mind, tell the people a little bit, about yourself, man.
Okay. So my name's Eduardo Mendoza, but I go by Eddy because my kindergarten teacher didn't know how to pronounce Eduardo. Oh, okay. And she ended up telling, I ended up visiting her 5 years ago, and I asked her, did you ever have a conversation with my parents about switching my name over to Eddy? And she was like, no. And I was like, well, Eddy stuck with me all throughout high school.
That's so crazy.
And I'm like, nowadays that would be a problem if your kid is a specific name and you change it.
Remember I told you, what did I tell you when I was going by my name? Well, I just barely started going by Eddy still, because I was going by Eddy, because my dad went by Eddy, and my situation was I didn't know my first name and I was embarrassed and yada yada, so that's why I went by Eddy. But that's so interesting to hear that that your teacher kind of helped you form a little bit of personality of who, because there's Eduardo, which I know about your parents and yada yada, and very, what I'm saying, but Eddy is the one that that we talked about a little bit in school, where you were kind of the class clown and kind of deal. So okay, and then you just talked to your teacher a couple years ago. You just found that out.
Yeah, and I asked her, did you ever have a conversation with my parents about switching my name over? And she was like, no. And I was like, oh my gosh, if I was my parents back in the day, you probably would have got sued,
right?
No, just put it like that. But right. but honestly, Eddy's a cool
canceled these days.
Yeah, right? Canceled. But Eddy, it fits me because
fast Eddy.
My fastest mile time was 6:23, and my little brother ended up getting 5:58.
Oh, wow.
And
you guys were athletes, huh?
Yeah, we were athletes, and we were pretty good at what we did.
Was your mom and dad athletes?
Apparently so, but apparently my dad played baseball when he was a lot younger.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, and apparently my mom played basketball, because when we had a basketball hoop at our house, she ended up telling us, "Oh yeah, I played basketball when I was younger."
Bro, tell me why your mom was a power forward. I know your mama. Okay.
Yeah, she might be like 5'2", but
man,
she doesn't take no. You don't want to go that path with her.
I seen it firsthand.
Firsthand. Well,
Several times.
Well, one of the times when Ari Stell's mom was in town, my mom had the audacity to say, "Is that one of your?" and Eddie's mom almost heard it, but she didn't hear the whole thing. Because I guarantee you, if your mom heard that whole thing, she would have thrown hands.
Mama Norma.
Yep.
Don't want to mess with Mama Norma.
Nope.
Norma G.
Yeah.
That's for gangster. But no, yeah, that's a funny moment. Another Mendoza moment. I tell you what. But okay, so yeah, so Eddie, Fast Eddie came from elementary. That's cool. And then your school, you pretty much grew up here or what?
Yeah, I've pretty much been in Marysville my whole life.
Dude, I'm telling you, one day, few years. What did I say? A few years.
He wants me to run for mayor because
when his shit gets straight up, I'm telling you.
Because I know a lot of people in the community, and
not just that, he cares.
Yeah.
About the community. He does, man. He does from senior citizens to what he does now to going back to the school and helping these kids out. And so no, but that was a side note. But no, so yeah, elementary. You grew up here, kind of all. Yeah, you guys lived all in Marysville only.
Well, apparently, when we were like I was the only one until 3, and my mom and dad told me they lived by Everett Mall Way. You know where the AM/PM is at?
Everett Mall Way. Yeah.
The AM/PM. Apparently, we lived in those neighborhoods.
Oh yeah.
In those apartments, and apparently, my dad was not happy one day because we lived on the second floor. Okay. And apparently, I was running around making noise, and the people people from the bottom got a broom and just sent it.
Oh yeah. We've all been. We've all been those people on top, and we've all been those people on the bottom. Man, shut up.
And then apparently my dad just grabbed his hammer and was like,
"Oh damn,
1, 2."
I'm not letting you.
And apparently nothing.
Yeah.
After that, because my dad held it down.
Oh yeah. He's definitely a G.
Yeah.
So then you guys came back and stuff like that, and then you are the oldest, right?
Yeah, I'm the oldest out of 3. I have a little brother that's not here with us now, and I have a sister.
It's your spiritual brother, right?
Yeah. He's still, even though he's not here physically, he's still with me every day that I wake up, and I'm thankful that he's still with me. And I have a little sister too.
Yeah. What's age difference? Who's?
Well,
how old are you now, if you don't mind me asking? What are you?
32.
32. All right. I'm 44. I'll be 45. So like I said, there's a big age difference. He went to school also with my brothers who went to school here locally. So that's how I kind of know him as well. That my brother's like, oh yeah, we know about him, kind of, Yeah. So good. I'm sorry.
No, the thing is that me and my brother are 3 years apart.
Okay.
And then my sister and my brother are 2 years apart. So they're close by.
Okay, so it's you, your sister, and then...
No, it's me, my brother, and my sister. Yeah.
Okay.
And here's a little fun tidbit. So my brother always got pissed off at my mom because he was like, how come my birthday's last? And and the thing is, because my birthday is in January 12th.
Okay.
And then my sister's birthday is January 30th. And his is June 20th.
Oh, okay.
So he thought chronologically that it would go January 12th, January 15th, and 30th. No, his birthday was always his last, and he hated having his birthday in June because that's when school got out and
no friends would come over.
No, my brother was a popular kid.
Got you.
He would always.
He just liked the fact that it was more in school.
He let's just say that he brought. We used to have these parties back in the day. We would call them soup kitchens.
Okay.
Because I don't know if you've ever seen The Other Guys. The Other Guys?
The movie?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
So one of the guys ended up calling these are soup kitchen moments. These little gatherings that we have. And there's a part in that movie where they left a red Prius.
Oh, funky Mike and the boys.
Yeah, Dirty Mike and the boys.
Dirty Mike.
Dirty Mike and the boys left a Prius,
a crime scene,
a crime scene in the back, and they were listening to LRB. I forget what the band is. I'll have the band next time, but
yeah,
we always crack up about.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Oh, that's funny. So your siblings, your folks, all kind of Marysville, as you said, a little bit of Everett. And then going to about kind of, your elementary, you find out you're Eddy, you're Fast Eddy, and then middle school days, you're what? You're kind of class clown, right?
No, I was not no class clown. I was a shy little kid.
Yeah,
I didn't even know. I didn't even talk to people back then.
Before your
my disease,
disease,
my.
So for real, huh?
I used to be a 4.0 student,
huh?
Also, and I remember this one jacket.
But you're more of an introvert though. Because now you're an extrovert like a mom. I'm
an extrovert now, but
like to the max.
No,
but you were an introvert though. You were more of an introvert, huh?
Before all this, I was more of a.
And you had more easier able to attention because so the schooling came a little easier. You started being a 4.0 student.
That's why I have this ball, because my ADD or whatever I got. I have to constantly keep on doing something with my hands, because I just go.
Got you.
Like I'm a squirrel.
Okay. You know what, man? 13 years and I didn't know that, brother.
You didn't know that?
I knew. I knew that you had, something, like that, and some. I knew the ADHD kind of deal, but I didn't know about the ball situation. That how it calms you down and it allows you to, focus and shit like that. So that's what's up. Appreciate it.
And it's also University of Washington.
UW. I'm telling you that one day.
And I'm also wearing my
always, man. You're always
University of Washington.
He's one of the easiest guys to get a gift for, man. And so we do a little gift thingy, and so he's always one of the easiest between the Seahawks. Kind of like me, I guess, a big sports fan. So that was one way.
He's a Texan lover. I told him when they go to the Super Bowl next year, I'll be taking you.
Right, let's go. And so,
welcome, baby.
But no, man, that's another reason why we clicked so easily. The whole sports thing. The fact that he was telling me that he was an athlete, and so you weren't you were much of an introvert, huh? Cool, interesting. I didn't know that either. And then tell me how, when, where, why. I remember a little bit, but
it all started my junior year.
Huh?
In math class in Mr. Hodgins. Math class. Out of nowhere, I couldn't write with my right hand no more.
Oh shit!
And I'm right-handed, so I wasn't having neurological problems, but I couldn't write with my right hand. And then I went back with my left, and
oh wow!
And I wrote with my left for a while, and I at the moment. I didn't tell my parents what was going on because I thought I could fix it, but I should have told my parents right away. Huh. But later that year, me and my dad ended up painting a chimney, and the fumes from the paint were so strong that out of nowhere I started seizing up. I would just tense up.
Yeah.
And be like...
Kind of have like a Caesar, yeah.
Like this. It would last like 10, 15 seconds, but at the same time, I didn't know what was going on.
Yeah, of course.
And one of the first things he said to me, he was like, "What drugs are you on?"
Your dad?
Yeah, and I was like, "What do you know about drugs?"
Yeah. And if you don't mind me saying, Mendoza's family is kind of, the old school,
traditional.
Yeah, because you are what, second generation?
Yeah, second generation.
Second generation here, and so... hardworking, both of them very traditional, loving, and so old school, but tough love. You know what I'm saying? But very respectful though. But yeah, so your dad was kind of giving you thinking you're kind of tripping, huh? You're on something.
Yeah.
And so Did they do any doctor things and stuff?
No, it
Any
wasn't.
psych thing? And the reason why I kind of said that earlier, man, and to give some kind of contrast to why I'm bringing this up, is to give some familiarity to some people who don't think the same way, who don't have the same way of life, the cultures and stuff like that, because
Or
opportunities, because if it was a different culture, you know, they would have said, well, let's go see a psych, let's go see a doctor, let's go see a therapist, let's go see. Where some cultures is like, hey man, what's wrong with you? Oh, shake it off, or get sleep, or something simple where, you know, we could have
avoided
this, or been aware of this, or take it more seriously. You know, I believe God delivers us with signs all the time, and so that's why I just wanted to give a little side note with that, because you know what I'm saying? They didn't know though. You know, they know from their culture, and so, but it's going to inspire Mendoza to learn and to teach others, and that's what he's been doing. So go ahead, brother. I'm sorry.
Oh,
but,
so it wasn't until soccer tryouts.
Okay.
I was.
And did you play soccer before?
Yeah,
you always athletic kind of deal?
Yeah.
Okay.
So as a freshman, I made JV.
Ooh,
I
dang.
made JV my freshman year, and I was
Okay,
pretty happy with myself.
Okay.
But then my second year, I made JV again, and I thought I was going to move up, but it was my junior year, and I was like, I got this. I'll be on varsity this year.
Right.
So we ended up running 1.6 mile, and I remember the place exactly where it happened. There's a little four-way intersection in between the fields, and there's softball fields on MP, 4 softball fields, and at the intersection by the pool, that's where I passed out. And
Oh wow.
and apparently my teammates were trying to pick me up. Apparently 4 of them tried to pick me up at once. I was fighting them off. I didn't even know what was going on. And from there, my mom was called, and she took me to CMAR, out of all places.
This ninja. Again, some contrast. I don't know if y'all know, but CMAR is we'll just say a walk-in for the community.
The community, the less fortunate.
Yeah. I mean, mad props to those who work there. You know what I'm saying? They trying. They got a degree too. You know, somewhere, right? You know what I'm saying? But hey, you know, but okay. So we went to CMAR, huh, my brother?
Yes, we went to CMAR
after that crazy incident.
Yeah, and then from CMAR we got transferred over to UW
because it was a big thing. Okay,
it was a big thing, and then from UW I got transferred over to Swedish.
So all right now, all right there, while you're doing so, what was the days difference between? What was the your experience? What were you doing? What were you talking to? What did they tell you? What did your parents tell you?
So
if you don't mind me asking.
So yeah, so
because that's all to. Could you say that and it's like to you, it's like there's nothing. Because and if it is too much, by all means, hey, we'll slip over and yada yada, and we'll talk about it later. And whatnot.
So
but
one of the things is
it's tough, brother.
My parents, I don't know if they felt embarrassed, but after the doctor at UW told them what was going on, they were like, "How about we go get you checked out in Mexico?" So
your parents said that?
Yeah, they ended up taking me out of school, and I miss the rest of school year that year, and
oh wow.
And the thing is that
this is your junior year?
junior year, and I tell people I was a super senior, but not by choice. It was because of my health.
I was a super senior for some stories. Remember I told you in case. No,
and the thing is that it's crazy because when I was in the hospital in Mexico,
yeah,
it was the first time I ever saw my father cry.
Wow.
And I was like,
again, you're a junior.
Yeah.
So that's 17 years of your life. 16, 17.
And I was like,
you never seen your own dad cry. Wow.
I never seen my own dad cry. And I was like, God dang it is serious.
Wow. That's when you started realizing it was serious. Wow. That's deep. Because all that time you just thought you were just going through some medical shit, huh?
Yeah, it was. And then he was crying to the doctor, and he was like, "Please help my kid."
And then how time wise was that? A month, 2 months, 3 months,
Well,
6 months, a
I
year?
stayed a month in Mexico, and then I came back for the end of the school year. I didn't tell no one.
So by the time you fell and fainted, and then by the time you realized your dad was crying and stuff, how long was that? If you don't mind me, like
oh,
2-3 months?
yeah, 2-3 months.
Wow,
And
man.
then I came back to school without anyone knowing. They were like, "Eddie, where the hell have you been?" And I was like,
But this is you when you came back. You weren't able to talk.
nah,
How serious was your conditions? Like I remember, cause I only met you, like I said, when you were still
yeah, recovering.
because you were, let's see, how old were you then? 20 something. You're 19, 20?
19 when you met me.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I was 19.
And then so that was only 2 years.
Yeah,
2 or 3 years after I met you. Wow.
So
You didn't realize that,
I didn't want to go back to school.
after that?
No, because after we came back from Mexico,
Mm-hmm.
they were like, "We got Swedish," and the Swedish doctor wanted to see me.
Okay.
He saw me.
What did they say meant to it? What did they leave and okay, you're going back to
They didn't know what was going down there either.
they couldn't find no answer.
Nope. And
because I know you told me you've gone to pretty much doctors across the world, across the U.S.
Yeah, and
So,
apparently there's a neurosurgeon in Swedish is one of the top 3 neurosurgeons in the world, and he was one of the lucky. He got me into NIH, National Institute of Health, where we ended up seeing a 60 minutes on NBC that said, out of everyone that applies to NIH, there's over 500,000 people apply each year. Only 2 people get in, and I was one of those lucky few to get in.
And one more time, brother, what is NIH again?
National Institute of Health.
National Institute of Health. I bet most people don't even know that, and we give these charities that, if you look into this charities, a lot of these charities, they're like they have these CEOs that go on these trips, and we have these places that only get 2 people in, and so these are the kind of things that I would like to expose and get people out there, because man, can you imagine if they had more people who could help you like you? So what exactly did they help you with? What did they set you up with?
So right there and NIH, they do very intensive research to see what's going on with the person. And the thing is that the 60 seconds commercial set, or the episode said, what they do to a person in 2-3 years, over here in the NIH, they do this in a week. So I got pissed off at this because they ended up taking 48 little tubes of blood. You know why I was pissed off?
What?
It was 2 away from 50.
And what, you wanted 50?
I wanted 50. So I could brag a little bit more. I'll be like, I got 50 tubes of blood taken out, because the average person just gets like 2 or 3 taken out.
Okay.
No, I got 48.
See, I like that you told me that, because it will lead me to my first question that I have with you in questions, because that's funny. But so they took you out 48 bloods. That's a lot. And then so you wanted a little bit more bragging rights, but what else, man? You went. They took you. What was after that? After what do those bloods tell you? What did they tell you after that?
So
another.
So at the end of everything, at the NIH.
How long was those testings, if you don't mind me
asking? Dude, I was in the MRI machine for 5 hours.
At a time or total?
A total.
Oh wow!
They did a spinal tap on me, and did a bunch of I have scars on my hand right here, and they
5 hours total.
They took a piece of my bone out also.
Oh, are you serious? I didn't know.
Yeah,
that.
Like I have a little like scar right here.
Ouch.
And the thing is that I was there.
Your bone. You realize that? That's not just a splinter or. I mean, don't get me wrong. I got some stuff dealing with my my diabetes, my foot, and but I can't imagine a piece of my bone, man. I could get shots in my eyes. That's trippy, but bones, bro. Oh man. So yikes. And then so how long was this testings and these different clubs? And was this all where?
Oh, this was after I was 19.
So this is already a year into a year after.
Yeah, everything going on, and
this is your second senior year, kind of deal?
No.
You graduated already?
I graduated.
Okay.
I ended up going back to high school.
Finished school.
Yeah, I finished school. I ended up going out with the prom queen.
Okay.
In high school as my super senior year. Katie Lundy, I would like to see you again. I don't know if you want to see me, but it's all good. It's all good.
If not, all right.
It's all good.
If it's meant to be, it's meant to be.
If it's meant to be, it's meant to be. But
okay, well, before we go into that part of, because I didn't know that was already out of high school and stuff like that. Let's go back to high school real quick and talk a little bit about that of social life, love life. I mean, I know a little bit about your journey of what you're trying to, you're trying to get, you're trying to get to the white picket fence without doing all the craziness. You know what I'm saying? And you're learning now, and I'm happy. But the high school Mendoza, I don't really know about that love life. So how was that?
So before I got sick, the only people I trust were my homies, my brother, and me working hard.
Okay, so you weren't really too into.
I wasn't into God. I went to church on Sunday. I was like this bunch of
and then girls, you weren't whatever motivated.
Well, I was young.
But you were shy.
I was shy
because of the girls.
But I heard my name come out a lot, and I'm sorry, a couple of the girls in high school I never talked to, but I wish I could go back to those moments
it's
talk to them. But the thing is,
live, love, and learn. That's one of my philosophies. So,
funny thing that you bring up my love life. So, Katie Lundy wasn't the first girl that I asked to prom.
No, you got neglected, huh?
I got neglected.
It's all right, dog.
But
you don't need to call her out.
I'll call her out.
If we need to blank this out, we'll blank this and edit it out. I don't know about the legal situation on that part, but I'll learn and we'll edit that.
So I won't mention her name. I won't mention her name. But
you know who you are, though, right? Anyway,
so I did something very special to her. So during the first time from Mexico, my dad ended up saying, "Can we go see you again? See the doctor?"
Oh, okay.
So we ended up seeing him later on when I was a super senior in winter break, and I did something very nice for Katie. Not Katie, the other girl. And I ended up getting 2 dolls, a male Mexican and a female Mexican.
Yeah.
And they both had little baskets. And I ended up stopping at California, and I got some chocolates.
Okay.
And I put them in the baskets, and then in the middle, I had a little card saying, "Will you go to prom with me?"
Oh, okay, little Romeo.
And the thing is,
again, I'm sorry. This is after your incident or your.
So after that, she said, "Oh, Eddie, I wish you asked me sooner because I'm already going out with someone." And I was like,
Okay, but it was for somebody else.
But I ended up seeing her like 2 months ago, and you know how long the conversation lasts?
2 months ago, this time?
Yeah.
Oh, how faster than that? No.
15 seconds. And I was like, what did I ever do to you? And I was like,
she wasn't meant to be, man. What did I tell you? The Lord puts people, and He takes people, and He takes people out of your life that's not meant to be.
Yeah.
So she could have been a month. You know what I'm saying? So wasn't, and so whatever, dog. But that's
do you want to know something funny?
What's that?
So this whole time, so I had family come in from Texas, and Facebook was popping back then. Texas, and she ended up messaging me on my wall. She's like, "Eddie, I miss you. I want to see you again."
Who, the chick that said no?
Yep.
Huh.
And my cousin was like, "That girl really digs you." And I was like,
you never know. Maybe after this too.
No, I don't think so. No. Because she went back with her ex, and I'm like,
okay. Oh well, like I said, it's not meant to be. It's not meant to be.
I actually ended up seeing her at Bob's Burger, like 3 years ago, and I tried.
Again?
I tried again, but it wasn't meant to be. It wasn't meant to be.
At least not right there. God's time. You know what I'm saying? So before your incident, you weren't too much of the lady confidence and stuff like that. But after what, you got a little bit more confident, or what? You started able to ask more girls because you said you got denied by her, and then you went to this next chick and you said,
"Dude, I honestly don't remember how many girls I went up to."
Oh, so you asked a few. You did the bone horror effect. You ever seen that movie?
I went 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Hey, that's all right. Hey, it's all numbers, man.
And then out of nowhere, I asked this girl, Katie Lundy.
Hey, way to go, Katie. Way to go, Katie. Way to take it to
the team. If she sees this is going to be funny. But I was supposed to go with you, Katie, but I ended up going with Katie and...
Okay, you feel bad for Katie. That's all right.
She ended up winning prom queen.
Hey, there you go, dog. You have prom queen.
And I ended up being Mr. MP that year, too.
Hey, I believe it.
I'll bring the award next time.
All right.
Yeah, and...
That's funny. So that's cool. So you got to experience that fun time, that on that dance and whatnot, and cool. Other than that, man, how was your love life? Did you attempt? Did you fail? Did you, what did you seek? Were you lonely?
In college, they told me.
Well, in high school, what?
In high school,
that's it. Nothing.
Nothing.
That was the only play.
Yeah.
You guys.
I did before I got sick. So these were my delinquent years. Like 15. I ended up going out with Heather Randall for
and if need be, kids will beep beep.
For once, and we went out.
Middle school days, huh?
No, not middle school. Like
freshman, sophomore kind of deal.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because she used to hang out with the group that we used to hang out with, and we just. I ended up talking to her, and I was like, "Hey, let's go out one day." And one of the funny things is that when we were about to get she was driving me.
Okay. Because you weren't driving before or after the incident, right? No. What I know,
I didn't get my license until I was 25.
Yeah.
So that's why I feel like the world has been a little
different every chapter, man. I'm telling you this.
But
okay. So no driving. She was driving you around.
Yeah, and one of the songs that came on was "Time of My Life" by Black Eyed Peas.
Okay.
And I was like, "Ooh, it is the time of my life." And then we got out. We made out, and I think she was the first girl I made officially. And then
okay.
Nothing happened afterwards.
That's all right. That was a big chapter. That's cool.
Yeah.
That's cool though. Baby steps.
So
you're out of school. Okay, we're out of school, graduated. Well, we're back in the like we were talking about the NIH, right? Going through testings. How was that chapter? Well, because when did the other incident, crazy incident, the life changing? So how old were you then?
19.
Okay, so you're dealing with the NIH, and then this happened, or?
Yeah, because it was winter of NIH, and then my brother's accident happened on October 24th, 2011, and he ended up passing away on 108th, the hill, and my whole life just went downhill. I remember being depressed for like 3 months, and one of those months I didn't shower for 1 complete month.
No shower, bro?
No shower.
Did you barely get out of your room kind of deal?
Barely got out of my room. My parents didn't know what to do with me. That's also like a Mexican thing, because
you don't talk about feelings.
You don't, in a Mexican household, you don't talk about your feelings, and you don't talk about how you feel or what's going on. And
To
that's why
to this day you can feel that, brother.
that's why I don't want to have a family right now, because hell no, I wouldn't be financially available for a kid right now. In the state of Washington, if you catch me, I'm done.
Oh, but no, that's crazy.
Yeah.
So you're 19 NIH. So you're dealing with the NIH after your brothers,
Yeah.
and then he passed in October. You said, and then you went to the NIH. So dealing with that, you were also depressed, and you're still doing the NIH testing and stuff like that.
Yeah. But
wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
The thing is, I should have wrote about this a long
still
time.
got time, brother.
I still got time, but
Yes,
the thing is that I really don't talk about my past like this because it hurts me too much to remind myself what I had. And don't get me wrong, I also need to see a therapist nowadays because I need to fix the problems that I got going on with my life because
they're all related. I feel
they're everything that I've been seeing. No matter how much you talk to God, gives you little moments in your life.
Amen. Amen.
To
put puzzles
together, right? Big puzzle together.
The zooming out puzzle.
Yeah.
Oh,
this is why this is happening. We'll get that later on with my brother's scholarship and everything.
Right. Amen. Amen.
Because one of the things that my brother, the parents from my brother's high school, they wanted to make a memorial for him, and they ended up making a memorial soccer game and a memorial mile run for him.
Because he both was he excelled in both in both sports, right?
And this guy was only a junior, and he already had 13 offers to play college D1.
So, let's get to we'll definitely talk a little bit more of the hard part. But let's go back to the smiles that you just brought right now, man, because it makes my heart smile. Because like I said, he's still around and stuff like that. So talking about him, man, to me, it's always good, right? How was that though? You being a big, I know how you are, as in like you want to be, you're very, especially being the oldest. What I'm saying, you wanted to be sports and stuff like that. How was it when? Because he saw the because how many years was he?
3. Yes,
3 years. But when he was seeing you're dealing with, right?
No, so we might have to backtrack all of this, but so now that it's starting to come a little bit into my head.
Of course.
So from my junior year all the way throughout. So in December, my parents, I remember I was 16 years old and I had one of those seizures, and I was still young enough where I got admitted to children's.
Okay.
And I remember vividly the guy coming up to me, and he had a straight face, and he told me, "I'm sorry, kid, but you're diagnosed with multiple sclerosis."
That's what they believe, right? Because they didn't know full testings yet, and yada yada kind of deal.
And the thing is that I was like, "So what's the cure?" He was like, "There ain't one," and I was like, that's when I wish I ended up not going depressed, because I lost a lot of moments with my little brother that I could have had.
Because you're dealing with your situation.
Yeah.
So dealing with that, and we'll talk about the good things because like I said, well, plenty of time for those real moments, and this is real moments too. But the sports things, because like you said, man, when you talk about him sports and stuff like that, you brighten up in such an awesome way. How proud were you when the fact that you're dealing with what you're dealing, and then because I take it he was doing good in sports when he was dealing with all that stuff like that.
Yeah.
How proud were you when you're dealing with that? What was he your inspiration or what?
He was my inspiration, and honestly, like I ended up seeing Mr. Kiddo at a barbershop one day, and I was
Who's that? Who's
so Mr. Kiddo was the varsity coach. He was my JV coach, but
Okay,
he ended up being the varsity
by the
coach.
time your brother?
My brother, and I ended up asking him, "Who do you think was better?"
Oh,
no, not between me and my brother.
Oh, okay.
I asked him, our best player from my year.
Uh-huh.
His name was Brady Ballou.
Uh-huh.
Brady, if you ever see this, I want to have a conversation with you. Brady Ballou.
Yeah, Brady.
He made JV, but halfway through the season, he got moved up.
Okay.
And I didn't know Brady's dad worked at Parks and Rec.
Oh, okay.
And had a little influence, if you know what I mean. But
allegedly, right? Let's.
And Brady also played at Seattle U, where I could have gone and play. But
did you know I got accepted for Seattle U in my transfer degree?
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
From Everett?
Yeah, I was one of the 1,500 out of thousands of thousands. I didn't get to go because it was cost a little too much.
42.
So I went to Western, which is I'm very happy. WW. And I got a full without even working. So I got blessed my own way. But so you were you living through your brother's kind of deal, or were you kind of a fan? Were you?
I was a fan. I was a fan because
your sport days were over. Were you mad at sports?
I was like, I can't play soccer again. What's the point of me even going to school?
Okay.
So
you didn't even care about the playing part through him. You just were a fan that he was doing good. Okay.
And the thing is that I asked Kiddo, who was better, my brother or Juan?
Oh yeah.
And this guy has the audacity to say Brady Ballou was better than my brother. And I was like, first of all, Brady didn't make varsity as a freshman. Yeah. He got moved up halfway through the season. My brother made varsity as a true freshman. How many players do you know competitively can make varsity?
Where's that coach? Where's that coach now?
I don't know. He's not coaching.
Yeah. Maybe you should have said other players are better.
No, it's all good. It's all good. But at the end of the day, like, my brother got 13, 16 offers from a D1 school.
Did he ever say where he wanted to go?
So,
because I think he told me,
yes,
and I'm like, I was like, and that made more like, man, we're meant to be. You know what I'm saying? Because you know where I would love to go to school and get my degree. Because if I'm mistaken,
you want to be a Texan Longhorn.
Yes, sir. Hook 'em, baby. Hook 'em horns. But isn't that one of your brothers?
So my brother wanted to go to play soccer at UW.
UW.
He ended up. He wanted to be a medic, and he wanted to find the cure for his older brother. And that's another reason why I want to continue my education, because
there you go.
When my brother, I didn't even touch my brother when he passed away. I'm not trying to brag or anything, but when
like physically touch him, you know what I'm talking about? And then
when he was in the casket,
it's a deep, man. It's hard.
My brother had the biggest viewing anyone has ever had. Back in 2011.
Oh wow!
There was over 2,500 people at his funeral.
Was that the one here on State?
Yeah, the one here on State.
Wow, rest in peace.
And the thing is that I should have said a couple words to a couple people, but like, are you gonna help me when I get a little bit better with my financial? But I'm not too worried about that because I know God got me.
Amen, brother.
And the thing is that. To this moment, there's some people in the community that I don't like seeing because they're like, your brother's death was too hard. We were all about me. I walk a lot through Marysville. You'll see me at random shops, teriyaki spots. Yeah, I'm everywhere. And in the summer I walk from my house to Fred Meyer. That's a 13-mile walk. And
kind of like the Forrest Gump.
Run. No, but I walk.
Walk.
So I ended up going to the high school reunion of 2013, and I was like,
"Oh wow!"
It happened last year. There were so many people I was glad to see.
Yeah.
there was this one girl that.
And was that the year your brother would have graduated? Okay,
Yeah.
okay. 10 years later, eh?
Yeah. And one of these, there was two girls. One of the girl, I'm not gonna mention the name because she's locally and she might come and cut me if she finds me. She ends up telling me, Eddie, why are you acting this way towards me? And I'm like, 6 years ago, we were at the point drinking. I wasn't drinking. I know I wasn't drinking. You were drinking. And out of nowhere, you just say, you should forget about your brother. And I was like,
ooh, ouch. Alcohol.
And I told her to her face, I held you to a different standard because you were pretty much in my brother's life from kindergarten to high school. They were
one
like
of the best friends kind of deal that you see in movies and stuff. They grow up and
yada yada. And she also told me, I thought I was gonna marry your brother.
Oh wow!
And I was like,
so it's deep.
Yeah.
And she had said that, huh?
And I asked her.
Did you ask her what?
I asked her if she could be in the video that we ended up making last year for my brother, and she said no, and I was like,
do you think because that's her way, you know what I'm saying, of her way to grieve? Because I mean, we all have different ways of grieving, you know what I'm saying, and some people it's out of sight, out of mind. Don't talk about it because they don't want that feeling. You know,
10 years might have changed her. I don't know.
Yeah.
And you know who you are. And I'm not going to say your name out of the respect, but
hey,
everything was confusing.
Yep.
And
I bet.
And then there was this other girl that I was like, she was like, hey, Eddie, how you doing? I was like, can we speak for a moment? She's like, yeah. I told her, I'm going to remember you for the rest of my life. She says, why? She was the first person to tell me that my brother ended up passing away on Facebook. That's how I found out.
What? For some of you guys don't know, and I'll let him talk about it if you don't mind, and if you're okay with it, because I know we've talked about it for quite a bit, and it's a big thing. How did your brother pass, man?
Oh, he was in a Honda Civic 97 EX. He was going down a hill, and he ended up. So the hill used to be designed a lot
steeper, right?
A lot steeper.
Yeah.
And one of the kids actually brought up that steepness. His name is Andy. I would like to see him again because I would like to have a conversation with you. I know you saw me once and you ducked me, and I was gonna go up to you, but you headed out. You know who you are, and the thing is that I ended up talking to his friend, and I was like, "Where is he going?" He was like, "He can't see you because if he sees you, all this."
It's tough, man.
But at the same time, I also want closure.
Of course.
But the thing is, it's okay if he doesn't want to see me. I don't care. And the thing is that one of those kids, the kid that flew out.
Yeah. Because how many kids? How many were there?
There were 3 kids.
3 total. Okay. And who was driving?
My brother was driving.
Whose car was it?
My car.
It was your car. Ouch, brother.
My dad ended up getting that car to try to motivate me to when I was going through my depression and everything. And
wow.
You didn't even know that, did you?
No. Oh well.
Yeah.
I had an incident with my brother's best friend who he was murdered for my car, but it was murder for a car. But crazy, man, with the cars and what
high speed will do and alcohol will do. But my brother wasn't drinking. They were going to a cross country meet.
And he was just speeding
and he sped and went off the hill.
Lost control, kind of deal.
Lost control and hit the stump, and apparently my brother died immediately. The kid in the front flew out the windshield. The kid in the back was concussed and okay, but
they both survived.
Yeah, they both survived.
Wow.
And the thing is that the kid that got flown out. So there was 3 entities in that incident.
How old was he again?
16.
16. And at the time you were what, 19? You said?
Yeah, 19. The state, the city, and the school district. My parents didn't pursue money in this case, but one of the kid that flew out, his parents ended up suing all three of them.
Oh wow.
They didn't get nothing from none of them. So these people have the audacity to come after my dad.
Oh wow.
And the reason why they came after my dad, the father of that kid works for the CIA, or better known, FEMA. And he has information about my family that I don't even have. And he found out that one of my uncles ended up running with Chapo, the big Mexican cartel.
Yeah.
And the thing is that I'm like, you think my dad ran with them? Do you think I would be in Marysville if my dad ran with them? Nah.
That's crazy. That's wild.
And the thing is that they ended up suing us for $73 million. Wow. And I was like,
all while you guys were dealing with your situation, your brother's death, and you're all dealing with and coping with that. Yeah,
but I didn't find this out until 5 years later.
Oh, what? Your mom and dad was hiding this from you?
They were hiding everything then.
They were dealing with the stress and stuff like that.
I remember my dad coming
and
back
what,
from
you
work.
were just dealing with yours?
Yeah, I was dealing with my thing also. And the thing is that my dad, I remember him drinking way too much. He pretty much drank a six-pack of a day every time he got back from work.
Huh? How was your mom's way? What is her way to cope and vent? Or
yell a lot and having pictures of him all around the house, and that's why I don't like being home.
To this day, right?
Yeah.
Still, yeah, I hear you, brother. I hear you. Wow, man. So, 16, young, you're 19. Oof. A big question I want to get into is, I'll ask you here later, of course, the main first question, but during all this, how was your relationship with God at the time?
I didn't have one.
Did you?
I didn't have one.
Well, I mean, we all have one, as in, like, to the sense as it was a good, bad, ugly. Did you yell at him? Did you blame him?
I was resentful.
Did you blame him a lot?
I was like, why me? Why
this? Why that?
Why this? Why this? Why this? And why this?
It's the typical.
But now I don't say that. Now I say, God, throw me whatever you want to throw me.
Amen.
Because I know I can handle it
brother.
with your side.
Amen. When you were going through those, when you hated him, when you questioned him, and it's okay because I hate, I questioned him and got mad and whatnot, and so I'm sure everyone who has their time, and then you feel guilty about it, and then you don't want to go back. During those times, did anybody come to you? Was there anybody who you remembered was kind of like little angels who try to bring you to God or like talk about God or
well, I went to the high schools to like show my face and that I was doing okay, but honestly, you were the first person that brought me out of my shell.
Don't say that, dog.
There was this one kid.
That's good.
And I'm pissed off that I didn't go to your wedding, Taylor Bream, because I was in your first wedding, Taylor, with Monique.
Hey, but like, my bad, Taylor. This nigga, like, him, dog. You might get. My Taylor, this play over here.
I might get a little hostile a couple times, but okay, no. So.
But no, I appreciate it, man. No, you. I said, you've always been an inspiration to me, bro. But
so there was this one kid that used to from Young Life. Oh, I forgot that I was in Young Life. So
when did we meet? When did I came back?
2013. 12, 13. Seahawks won 13.
Yeah, I came. Okay, 2012. But that's when I met you. That's when you started working there.
I started working there.
Because I graduated then, and then when I came back. So man, you were barely So that barely was fresh there, bro.
Yeah.
Wow. So okay, so you went to there, and then that's when pretty much we met, and then dealing with that, doing so. I guess what kind of leads this to and this will be a good intermission to check. Let's double check that. If not, I could edit that. Mike's still good. You got green light. Yep.
Go dogs, go dogs, baby.
All right, so we're back. All right, so we just met in so that's when I think the good old shenanigans and the Mendoza moments just came upon. So, brother, like I said, man, I didn't know how deep, how fresh that was when we first met. So, I appreciate you being very honest and letting me into your life real, easily. And I think, like I said, we all come in each other's paths for a reason. And that's definitely, I helped, it sounds like I helped you where you helped me as well, man. But my main question, like I wanted to ask, man, I've always wanted to know, and I think I know the answer and whatnot, and we have some more questions down the road. But this is pretty much the most seriously one because, like I said, you've always inspired me. But tell me before we go into any of the other main, questions, because the main one I want to know is, through all that, you know, through all that craziness, your incident, which is all those doctors, different don't even knowing where you're going or how serious it was until, like you said, um, especially up to those moments, that you didn't think it was that much serious. And then the moments that you see that your brother, that you smile, that you saw him play, and then all those moments that I've seen him from day one. What honestly has gotten you smiling throughout those days and because even before God was the answer, that you knew He was the answer. Did you know why you woke up that way? Were you were like you said you were more of an introvert before? Were you always still that chipper, happy, or no? You were just cool and chill, or what? What do you think made you that way? It seems like you kind of changed a little bit when that incident happened. And was that part of it of you being more uplifting, or what, or you know?
Because
Because brother, like I said, man, yeah, don't get me wrong, you have dark moments and you've been quiet here and there, kind of there, but throughout the day, when I met you, every day there's a day that every day that I meet you and see, and we talk BS, chill, hang, whatever. It's either for 5 seconds that you chilling here before you go hit up a club up, or 5 hours that you've been here chilling, whatever. There's always, you always have a smile some part of that time, man. And so I've always
because
want to know.
I've told myself
Since a kid though, man, like what, like
I've I've always been since elementary school. I've always had a smile on my face. In second grade, do you want to know something? Mrs. Bose gave me an award
yeah.
For best smile in the
Shut
class.
up, shut up. So
Yeah,
you always
I always had a smile on my
so
face.
do you give it to God? Kind of, do you think? Do you feel like you've always blessed that kind of? Because I feel I'm that kind of same way, that I feel like God is kind of like, hey man, you're a beam of light, and I've always been positive around it, and that's why I think we mesh, pretty well. But is that, you think it's him, or you think it's DNA, or what do you think, bro?
Some of it has to do with DNA because
You sure, man? Because I met your mama, dog. I think I've only seen her smile 2 times, dog, or something like that.
or maybe -1.
Your pops, yeah, your pops are more chill.
My pops is chill, but no,
mom could be your mom could have been a sergeant, lieutenant, bro.
give me 20.
For real, for real.
No,
but
I've always tried to be happy, a positive person, uplifting, inspirational. But there are moments in my life where it's shut down. I don't want no one to know what the hell I'm doing. I don't talk to anyone. And you didn't know this, Ari, but when my brother ended up passing away, and me not, there was a trip that my family took that summer when I was dealing with my diagnosis and tried to kill myself. I ended up going to the medicine cabinet. I remember there was a bottle there. there had to be 50 pills. I don't know what they were for. I just chugged them and laid in my parents' bed. Luckily, nothing happened, but I didn't want to be here at that time. And that's one of the things that I know how dark this place can be.
Yeah,
Because if you don't have help, me, Ari, Alicia, Lucas, we'll have a conversation with you. The only thing you have to do is open your mouth.
come on now.
And the thing is that nowadays everything is so instantly with your phone. You can end up meeting one of the most prestige person in the field that you want to meet. And from coming from Marysville, and the thing is that before I ended up coming here, I ended up finding out that Jake Luton, he graduated 2013. He still is in the NFL, but he's been
Cool.
a backup NFL, and he got traded to the Raiders.
Oh, what?
Out of all places.
The Raiders.
And he do you know what number he chose? 13.
Okay, lucky 13. What number were you, and what number was your brother?
Oh my, we were both number 9.
Shut up.
Yeah,
that's dope. That's dope. Bro, bless you. That's a big part, man. Thank you for being open with that, man. I with my intro, I mentioned that I had an incident that I was dumb about, and you know, but it's part of you. You grow. That message that I meant earlier, you know, in my DD, that you learn from the wins and you learn from the losses, and it looks like you did that, bro. I mean, you had some terrible losses, but um, it looks like you have grown, man. I mean, even that, you know, you're attempting yourself. It sounds like definitely a Mendoza moment where you probably took some vitamins or some shit. I mean,
it was in a yellow cap.
Yeah,
it was in a yellow.
Did it have some kind of dizziness on the side at least?
Well,
You know.
I was asleep. I don't remember.
Oh, this nigga here. But no, but that's the thing that thing about you, man. We've always, no matter how serious the situation, we always can make a smile about it, because that's part of life. You know, the good and the bad. We're never promised anything.
The whole package.
You know, exactly.
Not the Tinder package.
Exactly.
Oh yeah, I'm Mr. Nice Guy.
Yep.
4.0. Oh, everyone can do the 4.0.
Yeah.
No, I want to hear the raw version of you.
Exactly. You know, the diversified, if you even have one. So, man, thank you for answering that question, man. That's pretty clear, man, and I see why that sunshine and why God did what He did, because you are that beam of light, and so whatever He did either made you to who you are, and the journey that I'm seeing is very exciting, you know, and I look forward to what you do. What was it more kind of like of you learning how to, you know, walk and talk again? Because like I said, when I came across you learning, you're, you know, learning how to, you know, talk and walk, and you're in doing so. You know what? Let's actually let's get into that, and then we'll lead into a good segment of one of the realest moments that me and Mendoza experienced, so we could get some laughter going on, because it is definitely one to go laugh about.
And it's one for the books.
Yeah, definitely. So experience of learning and walking and talking, it messes with your certain stuff. It controls certain of your.
Well, I remember after everything was going down, my parents stopped going to parties.
Okay.
All the parties were at our house. I don't know if my parents were embarrassed of me.
Yeah.
Embarrassed of what they have created. And I just remember one party in particular. I was watching Pearl Harbor with
Ben Affleck.
Ben Affleck and that other pretty boy. And I was like crying the whole time. And and I'm like, I'll never be able to do anything, have experiences like this.
Oh wow, you got that from a movie, huh?
Yeah, I got that from Pearl Harbor, and
Were you even talking about like serving for your country, even kind of deal?
yeah.
Oh wow, cool.
So this was my idea. If I wasn't gonna go D1, I wanted to be a Marine.
Okay, I didn't know that.
Yeah,
All
I
right.
want because I don't think there's that many people that can take me, but who knows? In the Marines, I think I would have found one or two. But actually got in an altercation this weekend because we ended up going. So I don't like drinking, but when I'm with my friends, we drink. And
I don't drink them.
and the thing is, we went to 7-Eleven because we were going to go to this other bar, but we got dropped off 7-Eleven, and we go inside and get some alcohol. My little friend that's 5'5" is arguing with this 6'1" dude, and I'm like, what's going on? And I just hear, you want some? And I hear the big guy, okay, let's go outside. And I get in front of the little my friend's 5'5", and I get in front of him. And I'm like, how about you pick on someone your own size? And he's like, okay, let's go outside. And I was like, bro, first of all, we're drinking. We don't want none of this. And the thing is, he saw it in my eyes that I was ready to go. But I didn't want to go because I think in me, if I do get in a fight, I'll get my ass whooped just because of my strength and my abilities to move. But it's whatever. But at the same time,
he could also unleash, and you don't want to see it. But no, that's funny. That's definitely a Mendoza moment, and we'll definitely hear some more of those. So speaking of one, so learning about walking and talking, you kind of went through what? Did you go for physical therapy?
PT,
physical therapy, and then you did
I found
speech.
It boring.
Did you do speech therapy too?
I ended up going to Pasco, and they told me to eat this one bird, golondrina, and I ate like 3 of them.
To talk better?
Yeah, apparently so.
Okay.
Mexican witchcraft.
Hey,
don't believe everything they tell you.
Life lesson learned.
Those people. Hey. No thing or two.
Hey,
yeah. I don't know if you've ever heard about the egg trick.
No. Oh, the ojo.
Yeah, like if it comes with that, someone's trying to.
Sick. Yeah. Hey, man, that's crazy shit, man. But no. So you learn. You had to learn that. What else did you have to learn? Like, how about other systems like? Your bowel system and
my bowel system to this day.
Yeah, it's still affects you. Huh?
Well, I got pee often out of nowhere because.
I kind of wanted. I know where you going with this. And so I had these questions because this is one of the moments that kind of broke the ice with Mendoza and kind of definitely introduced these Mendoza moments. So I think one of these we left from
Buffalo Wild. Oh yeah, we went to
going to work and we picked up my brother. We ended up deciding to go to Buffalo Wild Wings. Right, it was fairly new, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
So we wanted to try
2 months into.
Yeah, right, or something like that. And so we all head out. I'm driving. Mendoza's riding shotgun. My brother, little brother, younger brother is on the back. And so we get there, enjoy, yada yada.
I have too many Dr. Peppers and too many wings.
This is his thing. Dr. Pepper is his thing, right? And so
DP.
Enjoy the night, laughs. Don't get me wrong, laughs. And we're leaving. We just left, and we're laughing about something, right? To the point where Mendoza mentions, I need to go to the restroom. And I'm like, okay. Well, we're literally nowhere, we're in the middle, we're before an overpath. I know exactly where we're passing the Twin Lakes, and we're about to jump in. And I'm like, bro, we don't have nowhere to go. You're gonna have to. And he's telling me, and this is all new, where I'm barely getting to know him too. Where from the store and his stories about who he is and his passing and his life and his challenges and whatnot. And he's telling me about he doesn't really know how to control his bowel movements with his situation and kind of messed up. And I'm like, so what do you mean, bro? And we're laughing. And then all of a sudden, he goes, I think I shit. And bro, so we started, I'm like, nah, I'm laughing because I think he's kidding. And then it just hit me like an uppercut. Boom! I'm like, oh! And he's laughing. Wow! Then he's still laughing. So, as everybody knows, when you're laughing and you can't hold your stomach, you're gonna shit. And literally, he shits more, and he's wearing shorts. Okay, thank God I have leather seats. Good old Faithful, the Diamante, Mishi.
Rest in peace.
Oh my goodness.
Rest in peace. How long was that car in here?
That's in here for a good chunk of years, man.
But you ended up impounding it?
Yep, got a few bucks on it, got some money for it. But man, so we're like that. My brother's in the back, almost vomiting. Josh, right? Oh my goodness. He's Pacer, aka. And so we are heading back. I had to go take him to his house so he finally, after all the laughing, because we're still laughing while he's shitting, it's coming out. I'm like, bro! And like, oh my goodness. I'm like, bleh! And the window's down. And so
didn't I see someone on the road?
Go check this out. So he calls his mom and he tells her in Spanish. And I'm not, my Spanish is not that bueno. But I understand certain things. And this fool tells him in Spanish, "Ama!" Yada, yada, and pretty much, he says, "It happened again." And you can hear, "What do you mean it happened again?" And it's like, "Oh my goodness, and I tell him laughing. I'm like, "Bro, what do you mean it happened again?" He goes, "Oh, you guys have to." I was like, "Oh my goodness." And I'm like, "Oh my goodness." And she tells me, "Come over and I'll clean," right? And I was like, "Oh my goodness." So we're right in front of La Hacienda. Yeah. Okay. We pull up to the left lane, the light, boom, we stop, red light. Brother back, this fool in the front. Somebody pulls up, and when I say this guy knows everybody in Marysville, and I feel like he really does, okay? He pulls up, somebody pulls up,
and it was Austin Denton.
Oh my goodness, he knows who it was. You know what I mean? He rolls down the window. I know this guy. When I'm saying this fool rolls down the window and acts, oh my goodness, I literally comes out half the window. What's up, what he always does. Meanwhile, shit, all his legs, it's rolling down my legs on the seat and whatnot, making it. And then when you're getting up, there's gonna be whiffs of caca. And we're like, I'm like, "Bro, Mendoza!" And I grabbed him through his hood, another sweater with his I'm like, "Bro, get your ass." Oh, okay, I'll see you later. I was like, "What the hell?" I was like, "Bro," and this is like all getting to know this Julio, and so my brother is like almost gagging in the back. So we take him to his. I don't know if we dropped off Josh or not. I don't remember.
No, we didn't.
No, we went straight there to Mendoza folks. And his mom is like apologizing. Really, that's probably the nicest time I've ever seen her.
But you didn't see her smile.
Oh, definitely. Still haven't seen her smile. You know what I mean? Just kidding, Mrs. Mendoza. But no, and so she's like, "No, come inside." Tells Mendoza to go change, go shower, yada yada. She fixed me up with me and my brother fixed us to something to eat and drink and snack on while she go clean my car, bro. And yeah, to this day, Buffalo Wild Wings or certain shitty conversations, we talk about it, we laugh about it, and it literally broke the mode of first.
That made our friendship a lot.
It did. It made it was what we are today, man.
Yeah. A lot real.
Exactly.
And do you want to know something, world? I ended up shitting myself when I was 30 years old.
Hey man, I go I shitted myself. When I was sick in my stomach. My wife was a soldier. She didn't ask about it till later.
But the thing is,
it's life.
I was doing the long walk from my house.
Life is shitty.
Life is shitty, like literally and figuratively. No, but the thing is that I didn't eat nothing, but apparently I had a lot to eat the night before, and then I was walking and.
There was a fart.
No, but so I'm by Jennings Park, and I decided to go in a little secret area and just go Jennings Park. I'm sorry, Park and Rec, but I left the doo-doo at Jennings Park. But nowadays they got those new bathrooms on the top of Jennings Park.
Oh my goodness, you might be about this picture here. Oh my goodness. So yeah, that is how we got introduced, man. Pretty much we became shit brothers. That was one heck of a moment. But man, many times we had moments like that. But
should we talk about the Vancouver moment?
Nah, we could talk about that later. I just wanted to do a small intro, like I said, get the basics real quick. That's that was the story for one of those Mendoza moments.
So we got the Vancouver moment and the
We went down south to go see the
USC versus
got the excuse me moment.
Excuse me.
Oh my goodness! Oh my! Like I said, always a fun time.
Yeah.
But no, I kind of wanted to lead to that because from day one, this kid was smart. He's always been smart, right? And so he always had everybody fooled because he allowed it to give the. And if I
try to take advantage of people.
Well, I didn't want to give him all that much, but he was, the fact he used the whole, what we call it, the hopefully we don't get canceled with this,
sympathy
for the whole kind of, which sorry, but that just means handicap kind of deal, and he played it off where everybody did feel bad, and then rightfully so. I'm not saying that, but what I saw from that first time of meeting him as a customer in those eyes, that's what I'm talking about right now. Is that fact that this kid is smart. Even with this situation that he became, he was always smart. He just wasn't able to talk right and walk right, but he was still smart, right? And so I caught on from the first time that, and I've told him to, like, bro, you might have gotten everybody fooled, but what did I tell you from the get go?
You ain't fooling me, bro.
You ain't know that you are smart as hell. You know what you're doing. You know what you're talking about. You know that. And I've always kept you accountable, bro, because I know who you are. I know what you're meant for here, man. And I feel like I said, we're coming back to what, this is what we're starting for, is that what this is for is that way you could get a good chapter in your life to get going, because I know the book that I want to do on one of the episodes, I think the episode before you, the other project that I want to do, entitles, it goes along with you and your journey, that which you have here. Just a couple more questions, dog, and then we could, call this a wrap. It's been a good, good hour and a half into it.
Already?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Holy cow! Let me get some goldfish.
Yes, sir. Go ahead and get your snack while I'll just chime out. We'll do some more questions. All right. Yeah, a couple more good questions, man. If you don't mind. Like right now, what is your biggest challenge still?
Financially.
No, I'm not. Well, that's because our stuff's doing.
Yeah.
I'm saying that part of that 10%, that because I feel like life is 10% what's been given to you, and 90% is what you make, no matter what the situation is. And so,
not being real to myself.
Yeah.
I'm always talking a big game. I'm trying to be someone that I'm not.
Okay, bro. Appreciate that, bro. I could understand because, you know what I'm saying? I myself was not being real for myself into this chapter, because I've always wanted to do this, and not just this, talking with you, but, with this in more of a God's work, instead of me just personally getting to know my friend or getting to know, so and so. And so I totally get it, man, because I always like myself saying, no, I wasn't worth it, or I was doing this and that, or it wasn't meant to be, or whatever. So, so that's the big thing, huh? Is you keeping yourself accountable and whatnot. And what are you doing to do that? What challenge that?
At the moment, nothing.
Honestly, bro, I'm gonna have to agree with you, man. You allowing him to guide you more, has been keeping you more accountable, bro.
Oh well.
In the last 6 to 9 months, I've seen you grow. In the last 6 to 9 months, brother, I promise you, look at me, dog. More than I've seen in the last 13 years.
Really?
Okay.
Damn.
And that's because you're allowing him to guide you.
Well,
because you're not doing for Mendoza.
I stopped doing for me now, and I'm letting the universe do its work.
And I'm serious, man, and we'll talk about this a little bit more, maybe in another different section, about a different part of what I want to kind of get into, which is your challenges, little growth that I have seen and have heard the stories that the last 6 months, 9 months, allowing to do so. And no, so like I said, man, so that is your biggest challenge, and that's life, man. That's everyone. Keep you accountable. But the fact that you, honestly, bro, the fact that you are honest about it right now, okay, there is no bigger accountability opportunity than right now.
In front of millions.
Millions of people.
I hope the University of Washington sees this.
For real, and many more. To shine the light, to show people, man, you could be dark in the darkest days, but just have that small glim of beam of light. I said in the beginning of the first episode that you could either look for the little flashlight LED keychain light, or you can look for a big Batman light. Either or, just look for that light.
Well, the thing is that no matter what situation you get into, I heard this from Bible study, or that God, if you trust in God, He'll get you out of any situation you ask Him to.
Bro, and all you got to do is what?
Ask.
Man, what did I just say this morning, guys, about that? Or yesterday morning on the DD, and I appreciate you, man, liking my stuff and sharing it, brother. I really do, man. It was so humbling and so heart touching when I woke up this morning when I barely posted within 5 minutes, brother. So, man, honestly, thank you so much.
You know, I got you
already.
Play a hater.
Question, brother. So, go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Oh no, I was gonna say. So me and Ari, we've watched Friday together, and next Friday after next.
Oh yeah.
And there's some lines in there.
Oh man.
That I don't want to repeat again because Coach Carter, and I don't want to get Eddy canceled. But the thing is, not yet. But yeah, but the thing is that
great movie.
Craig, you got knocked up.
Oh, true that.
Go with your question.
Kind of related to what's going on now.
What time is it? Holy shit.
Like I said, just a couple more done. What do you feel what state are you in now? Hey, are we still rocking and rolling, by the way?
Should I check?
But yeah, no. What state are you in now? What do you feel like?
I feel like God give me the opportunity to do whatever I want to do with my life right now. Because I didn't have a youth. I didn't start driving until I was 25. Another thing, I didn't have a relationship until I was 29.
See, brother, one thing I learned about this book, and then you're gonna get it. All that you think you didn't have a child. Yeah, you do. You just didn't have. You know what I'm saying? That you thought it was right. God gave you because that way it gives you contrast. Okay, contrast to explain to all those who had a small glimpse of what you went through, a big glimpse of what you went through, had the same thing that you went through, just a different version of it. Mm-hmm. So to me, it just gives you more of the Batman bullets and special powers to relate to these people that do need that because what you went through was like, damn, I thought I was the only person with that. You know what I'm saying? So I think you're in a great state, man, and the fact that you notice these things and you're honest with yourself, you're being in a better state every day, man. So I look forward to your growth, brother.
Yeah, me too.
Do you still go to physical therapy or
I go to gym.
You do your own physical therapy?
Yeah. Okay. The other day when I was in gym, I don't go to the gym that often. I should try to go every day.
But what about what I mean by about doctor wise and stuff like that?
Oh,
there's still some limitations that you have.
My doctor from Swedish ended up canceling me now. Okay. I don't know if it was because of insurance or whatever. Maybe just other doctor visits. Well, hopefully better ones. More. So I told my doctor one day, I'm gonna write a book about you when I talk about my memoir.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna say you were the pink elephant because he told me his first patient he ever had showed him a pink elephant. You know when doctors are doing like checks and look at this, look at that. He has this pink elephant.
Hey, yeah. Girl, can I have you check real quick? Pink elephant. That's dope.
Yeah.
Appreciate it. I have to, like I said, I can't see the camera, so I appreciate my lovely wife helping us out.
Woo!
There's two more, brother. One simple one. What do you want for your parents, man? Your dad has been a somewhat recovery, so that's awesome. But what do you want for your family, man? What do you want from your dad? What do you think?
Well, one side of the family is.
Your sister. What do you want for
I told my sister, once I get money, you tell me where you want to live. I'm gonna buy you the house, and I'm gonna take care of you. Yeah.
You want her to support her and help her
Yeah.
and set her up. Okay.
And my parents, I thought my mom wanted to move to Mexico, but I ended up talking to someone this year, and he told me after my grandmother dies, my mom never wants to go to Mexico ever again.
Oh wow. Wow. What do you think? What do you want for her, bro? Even if you can't go to her house, what do you want her spiritually? What do you want her mentally? What do you?
I don't want to say this in front of the camera, but the thing is that my mom needs help, and and the thing is, she's been going to church every day, every day, every day, but I see it sometimes. She doesn't do it with the best intention, and and the thing is that I just want my mother to smile again, because honestly, as a child, I miss my mom laughing and yes, like reminiscing and talking shit. But these past 13 years for me have been, yeah. Well, my pops, he had to have both. Oh, so in his accident when he fell off the scaffold from 6th Street, he hit straight cement, and that's why I don't think he fell, because I was on the phone with the person that ended up talking to my mother, and he ended up saying, "I heard your dad fall." So that to me means something bigger than my dad fell before my dad fall. Because when you're falling, what's the first thing that naturally you're gonna do? Grab something or protect your head. Protect your head, like elbow or something. Yeah. So this is what I think. The scaffold broke on him. Well, I don't know if my mom did, but if she did, we might have got money, but I don't know.
You can package anything in a gift.
Yeah, I know. Him to see with some of the family members that he hasn't been able to see.
He's a big family guy.
Yeah. Yeah. In California. And I don't know. I haven't even thought about it. I just want my parents to be okay. I don't care if it's financially, spiritually. I just want them to be okay, because they've, like, I thought my whole situation has been crappy, but me and my sister talked the other day, and she was like, we were like, nope.
It's still a bigger perspective.
Yep.
You know? And it's always true, man.
My mom has gone through hell and back, and the thing is that I thought I had it bad. No, I didn't know how women are, but women hold grudges. Like, oh, you stole my Kit Kat back in elementary school. I remember that. Yeah. And then in high school, bam! What the heck?
It's different. It's definitely different. So I'll tell you straight up, man. I know, knowing your folks and stuff like that. I know what you're doing in your life. I know that's going to be giving them pretty much all what you kind of want, man. Where they get all settled and happy.
Oh, now it popped into my head. One thing, I don't know if this is gonna happen soon, but I do want to give my mom a son, and that son, I'm gonna name him Juan for my brother. And the thing is that I don't know if God's gonna bless me with kids, but That's one of the things that I want to bless my mother with.
Show your guys. You never know.
Yeah, they are losing.
But no, brother. I like I said, man. I know your family and knowing your journey, and bro, bro. Last question, brother. It'd be a good way to end it. And like I said, we'll do some different takes and go over some questions in different areas with the editing. Don't go real quick. But last question, man. Now, for all this, good, the bad, the ugly, the happy, the down, the up. What do you truly want in life? Truly. I mean, I'm like I said, I've known you from you want before you're definitely having flesh. You wanted to stay at a strip club to be the frat guy to
Oh, dude, one of my favorite shows growing up was the Blue Mountain State.
And so and you've always wanted to live that life, but now I see that your life that you're living now is for him and stuff like that. You know, so I ask you, what I'm saying, what do you really want in life now?
I just want to be happy.
What truly makes you happy though?
Exploring, trying new adventures. Because it's like Eddie Murphy put it out. We only get 75 summers, 75 winters, 75 springs, 75 autumns. And I'm turning 33 next year. And if you cut 33 from 75, there ain't that much left. There ain't that much left. Nope, not AP calculus. Nope.
So, your journey with the Lord, I'm seeing is it giving you a different fulfillment of happiness between all the other happiness? Because, like we talked a little bit of, your first, woman relationship was later in life. Your first driving experience was later in life. Your first little bit of everything was later in life. But you still were able to enjoy it. So between all those enjoyable moments at the time versus now your fulfillment of what you're doing here with God's work, what's true? Was it worth it? Should you wait?
It was worth the wait.
Well, not just that. Was that now? Should you have waited longer to find your true or
person?
or do you
Yeah.
think that's just a little minor thing?
Because I thought my whole perspective would have changed, but nope. It was just like another day, and I was like, that's it? That's it?
Right? Now to be, if you would have thought you were able to save it to that special one, it would have been a little bit more
different. Well, it would have been different, but nowadays.
But now you know what to do, right? I mean, give you a little experience, so that's some good positive taking out of it. You know what I'm saying? So as we all, like I said, always got to learn from the good and bad, even when we do have our hiccups in life, because we are learning. Live, love, and learn. Mendoza, that is pretty much the break of what I wanted to do, man. I hope you felt okay, man. I hope you're okay with what we were able to do, man. I am really excited to get this going, and if we need to do some or to do that, we need to do some retakes.
My brother, found another mother.
My brother, thank you for your time. Thank you for sharing this side of you, many sides of you, brother. Man, I look forward to more moments. Again, you can catch this on YouTube pretty much on YouTube because that'll be the biggest platform on the Odyssey Junior Show. This is the Mendoza project.
Click that icon button.
Click it, like it, share the B guys. Check out this guy's true smile, man. It's true. Get to know him. If you are a lady who is interested, please make sure you have the Lord in your side.
Yeah, because I'm not going with the girls that are not. Yeah, because I need a strong woman that can handle a lot of things. Yeah, kind of a little bit taller, but it's okay. 5'2". Yeah.
You guys have a good one. Stay blessed. Remember to grow mind, body, and soul. Starts within, and help shine that light, you guys. But we love you. Love you. Stay blessed. And sure.